Let's say you woke up tomorrow with $0. No savings, no investments, no safety net, just your income and a blank slate. Scary thought, right? But here's the question I actually want you to sit with. If that happened, would you know exactly what to do? Because a lot of people can't answer that. They've built whatever financial life they have almost by accident. A little saving here, a little investing there, no real plan. So today I want to walk through something different. If I had to start completely from zero right now, here's the exact path I'd take to build wealth. Not theory, not fantasy. The real boring step by step version. My name is Vicky, and if you've ever felt like you're starting too late or too far behind, make sure to hit subscribe because this video is exactly for you. Let's start with the first uncomfortable truth. Starting from zero isn't actually the hard part. Staying disciplined once you have a little money is the hard part. Because zero is simple. There's nothing to protect yet, nothing to lose yet. The real test comes later. But before we get there, let's talk about where I'd actually begin. Step 1. I would not touch investing yet. I know that sounds backwards, but here's why. With $0, your biggest risk isn't missing out on stock market gains. It's one unexpected expense putting you into debt. So the very first move is building a small cushion. Not 6 months of expenses. Not yet. Just $1,000 to $2,000 sitting in a separate account. This isn't your wealth building money. This is your life happens money. A flat tire, a dentist bill, a slow month at work. Without this, one bad week can undo months of progress. Step 2. I would immediately look at income before I looked at budgeting. Here's what most people don't realize. When you're starting from zero, cutting expenses has a ceiling. You can only cut so much, but increasing income has no ceiling. If you're making $3,000 a month, saving $150 a month feels like a grind. But if you push your income to $4,000 through a raise, a skill upgrade, or a side hustle, that same 10% savings rate suddenly becomes $400 a month without changing your lifestyle at all. Your income is the engine, your budget is just the steering wheel. You need both, but one of them matters more early on. Step 3. Once income starts moving and that small cushion exists, I'd build the real emergency fund. This time, 3 to 6 months of expenses. And I know that number sounds intimidating from zero. So let's do the math. Imagine you're saving $300 a month. To hit $9,000, that's 30 months. Slow, right? But here's what changes everything. Remember step 2? If your income grows even modestly in that same window, that $300 a month can become $500, then $700. Suddenly, that 30-month timeline shrinks dramatically. This is why the order matters. Income growth speeds up every single step that comes after it. Step 4. Now, and only now, I would start investing. Here's the part people get wrong. They think investing requires expertise. It doesn't. From zero, I wouldn't pick individual stocks. I wouldn't try to time the market. I'd do the boring thing that actually works. Low cost index funds. These funds spread your money across hundreds of companies at once. So you're not betting on one winner. You're betting on the overall growth of the economy over time. And you don't need thousands of dollars to start. Many platforms let you begin with $50 or $100 a month. Let's look at what that actually turns into. Say you start investing $200 a month at zero. If the market averages 8% annually after 10 years, you'd have contributed $24,000. But your account would be worth roughly $36,000. After 20 years, same $200 a month, your contributions total $48,000. Your account value? Somewhere around $115,000. Same monthly habit. The growth comes from time, not luck. Now, here's where a lot of people starting from zero make their biggest mistake. The moment money starts building up, lifestyle creep sneaks in. You get a raise, and suddenly there's a nicer apartment, a new car payment, upgraded everything. And just like that, the gap between income and expenses disappears again. This is why step 5 matters so much. Every time your income increases, I would automatically send half of that raise straight into savings or investing before I ever saw it in my checking account. The other half, enjoy it. That's the balance. Not deprivation, just protection. Now you might be thinking, okay, Vicky, this all sounds fine, but what about debt? Fair question. If there's high interest debt involved, like credit cards sitting at 20% or more, that changes the order slightly. In that case, I'd build the small $1,000 cushion first, then aggressively attack that debt before ramping up investing, because guaranteed 20% savings from eliminating that interest beats almost any investment return out there. Let me give you a quick analogy for how this whole thing works together. Starting from zero is like planting a garden in bad soil. You don't throw seeds in right away and expect a harvest. First, you prepare the ground. That's your small cushion and your income growth. Then you plant. That's consistent investing. And then, this is the part people skip, you protect the garden from weeds. That's avoiding lifestyle creep. Skip any one of those steps and the whole thing struggles. Here's what the full timeline might realistically look like. Months 1 through 3, build the $1,000 to $2,000 starter cushion. Months 3 through 12, focus heavily on increasing income, whether that's a raise, a new job, or a side income stream. Year 1 through 2, build the full 3 to 6 month emergency fund using your now higher income. Year 2 onward, begin consistent investing into simple diversified index funds, increasing the amount every time income grows. Is not flashy, is not a 6 month miracle, but it's realistic, and more importantly, it actually works. So let's bring it all together. If I started from zero today, here's exactly what I'd do. First, build a small emergency cushion before anything else. Second, prioritize increasing my income over aggressively cutting expenses. Third, build a full emergency fund once income allows for it. Fourth, start investing consistently in simple, low cost index funds. And fifth, protect every bit of progress by saving half of every raise before lifestyle creep gets to it. Because here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Starting from zero isn't the disadvantage people think it is. What actually determines your outcome is whether you follow a real sequence or whether you just wing it and hope things work out. The seeds don't care how late you plant them. They only care whether you actually put them in the ground. If this video gave you a clearer starting point, hit subscribe. And I want to know, if you had to start completely over from zero today, which step would be hardest for you? Let me know in the comments. Because the path from zero isn't about being perfect, it's about starting the sequence and letting time do the rest.